Hello everyone, my name is David Heffner and I'm with Winsupply of Indianapolis. I'm a retired plumber and for years I've done plumbing tips and tricks for Thanksgiving to help prevent clogs and other plumbing problems in your home. So this is the latest and greatest version of that. After a big Thanksgiving meal, the biggest offenders or what cause clogs in the kitchen sink drain line are carrot peels, potato peels. Some people may have pasta, with their Thanksgiving meal, but all of these are things that can create clogs and problems in your kitchen sink drain. So my recommendation is to take those things and put them in the trash. And there's a saying, when in doubt, throw it out. If you're not sure, put it in the trash. Don't put it down the disposal. It's better to be safe than sorry in that regard. With garbage disposals, the typical place for a clog is going to be in this horizontal drain line coming off the disposal where there's a baffle T here. So that's one place you're going to find a clog. Another place where you can find a clog, especially if it's spaghetti or pasta, is down here in the P-trap. And it's not always easy to get these apart to get access to them. You may be able to take the P-trap apart to clear the drain, but sometimes that's not always easy to do. One of the most important tools that you can have in regard to a garbage disposal is this disposal wrench. And this will help unjam a disposal of anything, whether chicken bones or I've had electrical wire, pennies that get stuck in the garbage disposal. And what will happen with this wrench is that there's a slot in the bottom of the disposal, and this is an InSinkErator garbage disposal, and every InSinkErator is going to have this set up. But once you put that wrench into that slot, you have the ability to swing it back and forth to unjam the disposal. So every InSinkErator comes with one of these wrenches. If it gets lost, you can buy these either from Winsupply or a local hardware store or even online. But this will help you unjam the disposal. The other thing you need to remember is when a disposal jams, a lot of times there's a reset that's like a circuit breaker, and it's that little red button right there. And so if your disposal ever jams, you don't forget to hit that reset button to turn the power back onto the disposal. If you have a clog in a double bowl sink, and that's important, this won't work if you have just a single bowl sink, but with a double bowl sink, you can use the garbage disposal to clear a drain line that's been clogged. And basically what you do is hold down on the basket strainer on the sink side and then turn on the garbage disposal. And I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to fill the sink with some water and then turn on the disposal. And but you use that disposal as a pump to push that clog through. And it may take 30 seconds to a minute of it running continuously for that to happen. And it may take repeated attempts to do that. But it is one trick I've learned, and it's a lot easier that way than to have to take everything apart underneath the sink. And what I'll do now is I've got some water in the sink, and I'm going to turn on the disposal, and the one thing that you need to remember whenever you're running a disposal is always use cold water before, during, and after, and versus hot water. And so always cold water, and make sure that you're running the faucet for several seconds after the disposal is done grinding up the food to make sure you're flushing all of the food waste out of the kitchen sink drain and out to the main drain line for the house. Winsupply of Indianapolis carries the Hot Rod product line, which is an enzyme-based drain cleaner, but they also have versions that can be used for commercial grease traps for restaurants, septic tanks, and also for RVs. So I recommend the Flow product from Hot Rod for your kitchen sink drain to help eliminate any grease buildup that may be in your drain lines and to keep those drains running clear. And if you have any questions about this product, please call the office at 317-273-6365. And on behalf of everyone at Winsupply of Indianapolis, we want to wish you a happy Thanksgiving.